Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. How is everyone? I hope the new change is bringing happiness. Alhamdulillah, we are coming back slowly and gradually to our normal life. But yes, this normal is new normal. We have started this school. Now, on your Google Classroom, you will be receiving 2 lessons, and one will be in your face to face teaching with your teachers in school. Now you will find your geography lessons on Wednesdays and Fridays. So, how is your life now? Difficult to get back into the routine? Sleeping early, waking up early, and going to the school. But let's thank Allah Ta'ala. Let's be grateful that life is changing. Once it changed in February to a very different mode. And now, inshallah, it has started to change for better. And finally, we are coming back to school. You might be missing some of your friends, but let's make a pledge that we will do all the SOPs, we will follow all the SOPs which are expected. Maintain distance. Do not gather at one place in corridor or in classes or in your grounds. Make sure that you carry your safety pack with you. Sanitizer should always be there in your bag. If you use something, better sanitize your hands after that. Take your own water bottle, lunch boxes, and stationery. Avoid sharing. Because unfortunately, in this new normal, sharing is not caring. It can be a source for transmission of germs. So keep yourself safe, keep yourself secure, carry your own stuff, and avoid sharing. Wear mask all the time. It's important. So my dear boys and girls, if you are positive, you will see opportunities instead of obstacles. People who have positive thoughts, they always look at the brighter side of the picture. They look at the half filled glass instead of the half empty glass. If they look at an obstacle, they start thinking of the ways which might help them to overcome. And this creates imagination. This creates your problem solving skill. Because when there is a problem, there is a solution. So be optimistic, be positive, and from every hindrance, every obstacle, create an opportunity. So now let's begin today's class. And our today's topic is types of forest. Before we get into the types of forest, it's very important for us to revise our previous lesson, which was all about determinants. If you remember, we discussed that determinants are those factors which help us to identify the differences in different types of vegetation. Why some trees are so long, tall? Why some trees have waxy leaves? These all are due to some certain factors, reasons. Some types of trees would be found at higher altitude and they are adapted to survive in that situation. Today, we will learn about one such forest. Soil type. Deserted soil is different. Nothing can grow. While in the Indus Plain, soil is very fertile. You can see a lot many plants growing there. What is the correct name for soil type? Dash factor. Please write it down in the comment box of your Google Classroom. Climate. There are some plants which may survive hot climate. There are some which may survive cold climate. So the climates also affect the vegetation type. Aridity, how dry the place is. Lack of water, excess of water. This also affects the growth of a plant. And then temperature. So now we'll today find out that how these factors have affected the vegetation. From northern mountains to the southern plains of Indus, to the coastal region, there are different types of vegetations. So we will learn about them. We will identify the different types of vegetations, forest. We will locate the forest in different areas of Pakistan and then analogize the important uses of these forests. So let's quickly move on and see the different types of forest. Now, these vegetations begin from northern mountains and come down till the coastal regions in the south. Alpine forests are found right in the north, and from north, when you start proceeding down towards the south, the vegetation changes. After alpines are the coniferous forest, followed by tropical thorn forest, which are also called Rakh forest. Then subtropical scrub forest. Then we have riverine or Bela forest. And right in the south, in the coastal areas, we have mangrove forest. They are all naturally occurring forest. Along with these naturally occurring forests, these 6 different types, we have irrigated forest as well. In certain parts of Pakistan, we have grown man-made forest, which are called irrigated forest or irrigated plantation. So now let's begin with the first type, which is alpine forest. Now, where are these forests found in Pakistan? In the northern areas. Almost at the height of 4,000 to 4,500 high. Chitral, Dir and Kohistan. Now look at this scheme. It shows the alpines as purple shade. Here they are. Dir, Chitral. These are regions which are in the northwest of Pakistan where the temperature is absolutely cold. Below zero almost throughout the year. The summers are even very, very mild. So in these regions, the alpine forest survive. Chitral, Dir and Kohistan. They are found in the mountainous regions at the high altitudes. Now these trees do not have a very tall height. They have stunted growth. Stunted means short growth. Why do they have short growth? Due to the low temperature. As this area is mostly covered with snow in winters and even the summers are cold. So the temperature is not enough. The heat of the sun is not enough for the plants, for the trees to grow tall. So they have small heights. They are short-heighted. Along with that, if you look at this picture and their branches, they are growing upwards. Why do they grow upwards? So that they can absorb maximum sunlight. Sunlight is very, very important for the growth of the trees. To attain more sunlight, the branches start to grow upwards. These trees are usually used by the local people as firewood. They cut these trees and burn them in order to cook their food or to keep themselves warm in winter. In the higher altitudes, places like these where alpine forests are found, we do not have natural gas supply through pipelines. Because on the mountains, it's very difficult to supply gas through pipes. So these people have found alternate of natural gas, the wood of alpine forest. So alpine forests grow at a very high altitude. They are short-heighted and their branches usually grow upwards to attain more sunlight, and the wood is used by the local people as fuel, alternate of natural gas. The next type, now we are coming a bit towards south. The entire northern region covered with alpine forest. Now we are coming a bit towards our south. In the south, not extremely south, but in the mountains only, we have got coniferous forest. Coniferous forests are mostly found in northern areas at the height of 3,000 to 4,000 meter. They are identified by this green color. So entire north, a part of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Balochistan, they have coniferous forest. Even if you have seen the forest in Murree and Swat, the trees growing over there are also coniferous trees. So they are basically found in the northern areas, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, in Murree, Swat, and in the Balochistan mountains. What type of trees are these? They are evergreen forest. Evergreen forest means they have leaves on them throughout the year. The leaves do not shed much. They have a very different shape. They are mostly conical, like a cone in a triangular shape. And their branches usually go downwards, creating a slope. So that in the winters, when it snows, due to the cone shape, the snow slips down, doesn't accumulate here or settle here. It slips downwards. Along with them, they have special leaves. Their leaves are like needle, as you can see in this picture. These needle-shaped trees are spatial adaptation. Adaptation means that these are the features which are there in the plant to survive this area. So these needle-shaped leaves have wax on them so that Evaporation, if you remember in the last class, we discussed the process in which the trees lose water called transpiration. So these waxy covered needle shaped leaves reduce evaporation so that the plant may not lose a lot of water. Why do they do so? Why do they need to control their transpiration and the loss of water? Because in the winter season, the area is mostly covered with snow. The water is not easily available for the plants to survive. So their needle-shaped leaves, waxy covered, they reduce the transpiration. So these adaptations help the coniferous forest to survive. Now, these coniferous forests have very good quality of wood, which is used as a source of timber. These forests control the soil erosion. They are natural habitat for many birds and animals. They attract tourists. Coniferous forests are one of the most popular spots for camping, for recreational activities. And as their presence increase greenery and beauty, they add natural scenic beauty. And the nature lovers enjoy being here and having activity in the natural environment. So coniferous forests are found at the height of between 3,000 to 4,000 or 3,000 to 3,500. They are tall trees, evergreen. They do not shed leaves easily. Their branches are slopy, triangular shape so that the snow may slip down in winters. Their leaves have special adaptation. The wood can be used as timber. So now let's move on to the third type. Now, as we are coming down from the mountains, we are coming towards the plains. Plains of Sindh and Punjab have tropical thorn forest, which is also known as rock forest. Now look at this shade, mild green. Now these mild green are found here in the entire Indus plain. Upper Indus plain in the plains of Punjab and lower Indus plain in the plains of Sindh, and also along with the Balochistan. So where are the tropical thorn or rock forest found? They are found in the plains of Sindh and Punjab, that is upper and lower Indus plain, and in Balochistan as well. Now these trees are also short-heighted. Mostly thorny hardwood trees are found here. The roots of these trees go deep into the ground in search of water. You may find these trees at a distance, far from each other, as there is not enough water which may support the growth of this forest. Mostly, these thorny woods are used as a source of firewood. People cut them and burn them as an alternate of gas for cooking and heating purpose. Next in the line is subtropical scrub forest. Now, subtropical and scrub forests are found in the mountain hilly areas at the foothills of Himalayas, Suleiman and Kirthar range. This orange patch is subtropical scrub forest. If you look at this region, which we have learned is mostly mountainous, over here you find it. At the foothills of Himalayas, Suleiman Range, Kirthar Range, Central Makran Coastal Range, Siahan Range, Central Barohi Range, they all have mostly subtropical scrub forest. These forests are found in the foothills. They have broad leaves, but are not tall, short-heighted plants with very thorny branches. They are mostly used for protecting the land, for grazing purposes. Many of the farmers bring their livestock to this region. Along with that, they are also used as a source of firewood. Riverine or Bela forest. Riverine and Bela forest are usually found along the river Indus and its tributaries. If you look at this map here, all these lines along this area, they are riverine or Bela forest. So in simple, we can say the location of riverine and Bela forest is actually along the river bank of river Indus and its tributaries. They are mostly found in the linear plantation. Normally, they are high-yielding commercial hardwood species. High-yielding commercial hardwood means they are much in demand. Mostly in this region, Shisham and Babul are found. Shisham and Babul are the two most valuable species for making furnitures. They are also used in making agricultural implements, tools, spade, axe, rake. They all have the wooden holders. They are basically made up of riverine or Bela forest. So where are riverine and Bela forest? Along the river bank, river Indus and its tributaries in a linear plantation, and they have the best quality wood, which is highly in demand for making furniture. Next is mangroves. Mangroves are found in coastal regions. They are the trees which survive in the salty water. These brown patches here, they are mangroves in the coastal region of Sindh and a bit of Balochistan. We have chopped them down. Deforestation has been there at its peak. There was a time when we were among the top 3 largest mangrove forests. But unfortunately, we did not conserve our natural resource and we chopped them. We deforested this area. Now, mangrove forests, as they are surviving in the salty water, they are very different from the other types of forest. They have broad leaves with drip tip. They have bendy tipped leaves. Why do they have those drip tip leaves? So that the seawater which splashes on them doesn't accumulate there, though it slips down. They have leathery texture to minimize the transpiration. Their leaves have special stomatas which filter the salt. They are short-heighted, mostly growing in the tidal mud area. Their roots spread in the seawater and survive over there. They have special roots which are known as prop roots. They give them extra support to stand in the salty water. They were used to grow quite tall, but due to pollution and reduced flow of sweet water, they are now only growing as tall as 3 meters instead of growing 6 to 8 meters. Now, these mangrove forests are extremely important for coastal regions. Why are they important for coastal region? Number one, obviously, they are used. Now, before I continue with that, if you look at this picture, do you see these trees with extra roots growing out of them? It's more clear over here if you follow my cursor. These extra roots are the prop roots, which give them firm standing in the water. In these roots under the ground are the spawning areas or the breeding areas for fish and shrimps. The wood is also used for fire as well as for timber. The leaves which shed in this area provide nutrition to the marine life. They hold or absorb shocks. They protect the coastline from erosion and earthquakes. They act as a barrier. In 2005, the world was hit by the worst tsunami of the history. In Sri Lanka, there were 2 coastal regions. One region had mangrove forest growing. Only 2 people died there. Another region which was at the coast, but the mangrove forest was chopped down in that region. The entire village was affected and killed. So it is very important for us to conserve this natural habitat, grow more of the mangroves. This responsibility has been taken up by WWE. WWF is working for the regrowing of these mangrove forests, World Wild Federation. WWE is the Worldwide Entertainment. No. Here, WWF is working, World Wild Federation. They are conserving this area and they are regrowing the mangroves by adding more sapling in these areas. After mangroves are the irrigated forest. Pakistan has the largest irrigated forest of Asia, Changa Manga. It is between Lahore and Islamabad. Along with that, 2 other irrigated plantation. I repeat, irrigated plantations are the ones which are man-made, grown by people to preserve the land and to make additional supply of timber so that the other forest may not be chopped down. Changamanga is the biggest, largest. Names are very weird. One Bachran. It is grown in the Thal area. Let's have a look here. So the irrigated forests are these spots. So we have got around 8 irrigated plantations. This over here is one Bachran in the Thal region. Then we have over here Changamanga. This number 1 is Changamanga. And then this is Chicha Watni near Sahiwal. They are economically very important because particular those trees are grown here which are more in demand in the market. They grow in blocks, in linear plantation, leaving equal gaps and distances between the two trees. Shisham, babul, and eucalyptus are normally grown. They provide timber and firewood. They also provide shade and conserve and preserve the soil. They control soil erosion. So learning of the day, what did we learn today? We learned that the alpine and the coniferous forests grow in northern area at a higher altitude. Alpine forests have the branches growing upwards to catch more of the sunlight, while coniferous have branches downwards so that the snow may slip down. Mangroves survive in the salty water. They have additional roots which are called prop roots. Irrigated forest, one Bachran is located in the Thal area. Tropical thorn forest and subtropical forest supply wood which is used for the fire, and shisham and babul are used in furniture making. Thank you for your attention. The 2 questions which you have to answer in the comment box of your Google Classroom. Number 1, in the determinants, there is a specific word for different types of soil. Dash factor. What is the name? Word. Share in the Google Classroom. Number 2, one Bachran is one of the irrigated forest in Pakistan. Name the other 2 irrigated forests which are discussed today. Thank you so much, boys and girls. Hope you continue with your online and face-to-face learning. All the best. Enjoy yourself. Take care. Allah Hafiz.